Morning everybody, welcome to the farm. I thought I'd finally give you a close look at the chicken tractor now that it's completely inhabited and I got the feeders all set up and it's completely done. I'm going to change a little bit of the design. I'm going to make a lever action for these mounts here. I'm going to have a permanent deal with a handle on it, and then that way all you got to do is pull the handle down and that'll push the wheel down and lift the cage up, and it'll make it easier instead of lifting the cage and sliding the deal on the spoke every time. It'll just make my life a little easier. Alright, so let's go in here and take a look at some stuff. I love this chicken tractor. And I love this feeder. This is a new feeder, and it's from, who makes it? Dun, dun, dun. I'll have to look on there. I'll get back to you. I'll put a link at the bottom of this. Now, who makes these? But it's a 60-pound feeder, so that thing holds a whole bag of feed. And if you notice, as we're looking down here, there's no feed on the ground. None. Not a single piece. Well, wait a minute. If I get real close, there's one piece right there. See it? 1, 2, 3 pieces. But normally around the feeder, a third of the feed is on the ground. You know? Whoop, there went a piece. But normally, there's very little feed on the ground. And it's been in here for what, 4 days now? 3 days. 3 days. I think 3 days I've had the chickens. And I've had less than this, and look at that. He's picking it up off the ground. This is a naked neck chicken. It's not diseased, trust me. There you go. Okay. And the waterer is the same thing. It's absolutely fabulous. Look at that. It holds 10 gallons. Let me get in here and close this door. And so I don't have to worry about them running out. It holds 10 gallons, and look how clean the water is. Yeah, that's pretty dynamic for a chicken waterer. Anybody who's had chickens knows what I'm talking about. This is absolutely the best waterer I've ever had. And I think it's going to be exceptionally good for ducks, because I'm going to have ducks out in tractors as well. And with a duck has to be able to dump its whole head in the water, this will work perfect, because they have to clean their nostrils. Alright, let me see if I can get in here close. What does that say there? I can't read it, but maybe you can read it. That's the manufacturer of this waterer and feeder, and I got mine at Tractor Supply. Or wait a minute, no, I got mine at Steinhauser, which is a feed store here. But I'm sure they have them at either place, wherever your state that you happen to live in. But anyway, this is the fabulous thing about putting them on pasture. They will stay in here for 1 day, and then they will move another 18 feet down the line every day, and I just moved them. Now, I'm also going to, since I'm close to the raised beds over here, I have a hose, but I have a tank on a trailer that I can put 200 gallons in. So when I'm all over the place with chicken tractors, and if I turn around here and look at this back field, I intend to have probably a total of about 8 chicken tractors with ducks and various kinds of chickens, and probably some pheasants, and yeah, who knows what else. Maybe some pigeons. And anyway, they absolutely love it. They get fresh greens every day. And if you can see, these are just pullets, so they're teenagers. They've got another, I'll say they're about 8 to 9 weeks. And a chicken usually doesn't start laying until about between 15 and 18 weeks, depending on the breed of chicken. And these are, you know, all crossbred, and they got a lot of different bloodlines in them, which is good because they tend to be healthier. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Looky there. Oh, mama. Anyway, you see how little they are. Some of the little ones here, how little they are. And people would say, ooh, them nest boxes are way off the ground. They'll never be able to get up there. Well, I just want to show you a little something, because I haven't washed them out yet. You see that? Yeah, they had no trouble getting up here and getting in it and pooing all over my brand new boxes. This is why I like the rollaways, because with the rollaway, the egg can roll down here away from the poo. So normally what I do in the mornings is with the nest box, I didn't do it yet this morning, but before I move it, I bring the hose in here, or I bring the hose from the water tank in here, and I wash this out, gather the eggs, wash this out so there's no poo. And then we start a new day. I put some sheet metal up on the side to help create a windbreak inside here for them, because it's kind of windy here at the farm in the spring, and we get, you know, rainstorms and such. So you know, that'll keep that from happening so much. Another thing I'm going to do is I have a flat spot between that rib and that rib on top, and when it rains, this will tend to, you know, sink. So I'm going to take a piece of PVC and feed it through here and bow it up and make this stand up in a ridge, and that way it'll shed the water off as it's raining, and I don't have to worry about it, you know, gathering a bunch of water up there and cratering the top of the cage. But you can see they got plenty of supplemental feed as well as all the feeding out here. So these chickens are going to have a really nice life. And they get fresh bedding every day. I eventually, in the back over here, am going to run some roofs across. You can see where I have a little 1/2-inch square tubing run to balance the nest box to keep it level. I'm going to run another one on this side, and then I will run about 3 roost bars across, because there's only, you know, I can't remember how many's in here right now. Around 30 chickens, and when they get full grown, they'll take a lot of space. And I'm thinking about running about between 30 and 35 chickens, depending on, I don't want to overcrowd, but, you know, depending. Per chicken tractor. And then, of course, per species as well. Let's just zoom in here. Take a look at some of these chickens. I think some of these are just going to be absolutely gorgeous. I apologize for my amateur photography. And we got a token white chicken. So Coca-Cola will be real proud of us. Yeah, I couldn't resist that, sorry. What's the matter, little buddy? Look down here at my feet. What you doing, sweetie? Huh? What you doing? There she goes. Over with her girlfriends. That chicken right there is going to be absolutely gorgeous. With the rust-colored feathers. Yep, going to be nice. I don't know how many roos I'll end up with in here. I don't think there's many. But teenagers are hard to judge unless you've in them. And I don't want to do that. I just, you know, don't have time. Just whatever is. So that's a little bit of the video here on the chickens. And let me take you over here and show you the raised beds real quick while we're here. I have in the pots is marigolds, and I just plant them by seed, and then when they get a little bit bigger, I'm going to separate them and transplant them down the middle here in all my beds to help repel pests as a natural deterrent. And then on the side over here, you look down, I've got some cucumbers coming, and I'll thin that out, but I just didn't know what my germination would be, so we'll just see which ones are the healthiest, and I'll go from there. And then these are the tomatoes that I planted. They're looking a little leggy, and I think that I'm having some predatory problems, so I'm going to mix up some spray and hit them with that. But as you can see, I'm already getting tomatoes. Of course, this one's got a spot already. Pull that one off. The little spot. But I've got various types in here, so we'll see what we get. And then in this bed, I planted ginger, and I don't know if the freeze got it, maybe perhaps, because I don't see anything coming, but you know, maybe the soil isn't warm enough yet for it to come up, I don't know. And then down here is where I planted all my various peppers. And I got a whole bed of peppers. I weeded this side yesterday, and now I need to go in and weed the other side, as you can see. This is nutgrass coming up, and you just can't kill the stuff. All you can do is just be vigilant and continue to pull the weeds. It's a hassle. And then over here, this is my other tractor that I'm working on. Let me stand still here and quit jiggling all over the place. Wait a minute. Zoom back. Oh, that's the wrong back. Good Lord, come on. There we go. That's the other one I'm working on. It's a 2-section. And I think I'm going to get all the rest of them, I think, are going to be 2 sections. The 3-section is just a little bit too heavy. And I can just, I can build the 2 sections, and I can just have more of them. And it's not a big deal. I'm going to use this, and then I'm just going to use, I believe, I'm going to take conduit, galvanized conduit, and I'm just going to frame this stuff up myself, and that way it'd be one solid piece instead of all these joints. You know what I mean? So, and it should be a stronger, and that way I don't have to add the stuff to the bottom. I can just leave it like it is and put the wheels on, and it'd be a lot lighter. All right, over here, I planted the golden zucchini on that side, and then on this side is the snap peas. Let me get around over here. On this side, here you go. And on that side over there, got the peas coming up. And that's about it. It's a little overcast, if you can tell, on the horizon over there. And a little windy, a little bit of a nip, kind of foggy. Supposed to rain. But I got a lot of indoor stuff I got to do today, so I'm going to leave it with you. We've got about 14 minutes here, so if you made it to the end, good on you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all take care of each other. And, you know, I'd be in the camera here. This is me. But I didn't put it on I didn't bring the stand out. This morning I just wanted to run out here and grab this and get this edited and up. And so y'all see what's going on, because I've taken 3 or 4 of these, and I'm for electronic problems I've not been able to get them posted, so I'm doing it again today, and we'll see if this goes a lot smoother. So anyway, y'all be kind to one another, and do something you love. If you're doing something you love, you never work a day in your life. All right, talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.